Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 66 of the Secondary Heroes podcast. This week, we join the art side with a super special guest. This is your host, Trevor, and joining me as usual is...
Hey, guys, it's Porg. Oh, wait, I mean Prague.
I'm Skywalking on a cloud. This is DeLorean Wolfgang.
And this week, our special guest is...
I'm Nathan Hamill. I'm here to... I'm here to talk to you guys about stuff and things.
This is a very special episode. Not only is it Empire Strikes Back Day, but it is also episode 66, which means that...
Execute Order 66.
Hey everyone, this is DeLorean Wolfgang. I grabbed the guys, threw them in the DeLorean, and we came back from the future because we had a couple technical difficulties with this latest episode with Nathan Hamill. It's still a great episode. Prague, you want to go into a little more detail?
Yeah, I mean, I think some of the droids got into the audio files and messed some stuff up. That C-3PO just needs his mind wiped, but he wiped our stuff instead. So we got to work on that. We're going to. So just bear in mind that is only for the first few moments that you're not going to see our beautiful faces, but you will hear our beautiful voices. So stay tuned. It's not too long. Thanks.
Absolutely. The audio's not the greatest, but it's going to be good. You're going to still enjoy it. You're still going to get a lot of information, and it's fun. So enjoy the show.
And be sure to have your Marvel holographic cards on the ready. A trip in and out might be in the works.
Oh,
and
wow.
We'll have a few DeLorean mentions.
Really tugging on my heartstrings over here. I don't need to cry again. Anyways, you'll know more in this episode.
Here we have on Nathan Hamill. He is the creator of LavaBear and many other fun things here. We wanted to kind of just get to know him as an artist today. Part of our Artist Alley series that we have going on this summer to kind of pay tribute to a lot of artists and designers in industry that don't have a chance to go to actual physical cons right now because of what's happening. So we have invited Nathan to be on our show. Yeah, I miss interacting with all of you guys. That's one of my favorite parts about going to these conventions is actually getting to meet and talk to the creatives behind all my favorite stuff that I collect. So that's why we're having you on today. So thank you for joining us, Nathan.
I'm here to talk to you guys about stuff and things and art and toys and whatever the process, the artistic process, the whatever. I mean, you guys tell me. What should we?
Hey Nathan, you're killing it, man.
Yeah. Killing the momentum.
Be a motivational speaker. I like it.
Yeah. Only you have to motivate yourself if you want. I don't
care. It's not my life. It's yours.
I'm not here to motivate you in speech form.
Like I know we already had our last little bit of dialogue here, but just kind of give a brief recap, I guess, of who you are and what you do for art and your toys.
Tell people who you are and
who is this
how
guy?
they can follow you.
That's the question. Who am I?
Who
are we?
Are you, dude?
Yeah. Who are any of us? Yeah. I'm illustrator, toy designer. I don't know, art jerk, whatever you want to call me. I makes what I likes. Yeah. You know, I've released vinyl toys. I do a comic strip, 2 Dumb Dinos. Yeah. I mean, I'm not a great salesman. So go to Nathan Hamill.
You're doing great.
I forget whatever my bio says. Just copy and paste. Can you just put that in? Oh, we're live. Do it later. Pretend you planned this out.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, and how weird is that? And it dawned on me too that's the 40th anniversary, and you were born during the production of that, which makes us the same age. So you're old like I am, which is fantastic.
We do have a running joke on how old Prague is,
Yeah.
but now we feel bad.
Right? Oh, it was great back then. No, how interesting is it though? I was just thinking before we went on here today that you were born among like the epicenter of pop culture. Specifically the line "I am your father" to happen too. It's like, oh, it's kind of meta, you know. Well, speaking of, how did you kind of escape that a bit and kind of do your own thing? What brought you into the art field and not going into, I don't know, something else? Like, what was your kind of beginnings there?
And now we're synced up to the original recording. We cut a little into this answer from Nathan, and here you go. Hope you enjoy.
That I've been interested in, and then it kind of evolved into the toy thing because I'm like, well, I collect toys too. Oh, you can make your own? Okay, all right.
Nice.
Let's I should collect some of my own stuff. Is kind of the I'm running out of room, so I better fill
Right.
in some of these with ones of mine.
I know what that's feelings like. I've been pushed into the garage with all my collections, so yeah, nothing's allowed inside
Pushed
anymore.
out into the garage. Yes.
You can keep your toys outside.
Yeah,
That's how I feel.
It is, huh? Well, so digging back in your past here, it looks like you kind of like started out in Bongo Comics, being a Simpsons fan. That's kind of awesome.
Yeah.
What kind of brought you to them? Was it just your love of Simpsons, or was it something you're like, hey, I want to kind of do that?
I interned there for it was 2001. It was right after 9/11, so it was at the Fox building on it's Fox Sports building in Westwood, and yeah, heightened security, understandably, but I was there for 13 years. That's like I do the math. Was like a third of my life at the time when I left. But that was great. I was. I would research stuff and I started out, grabbing model sheets for characters. And I'm a little rusty now, but I had a really crazy, Rain Man-like knowledge of the show. They'd say, we need a JFK model sheet. I go, season 4 Duffless. Yeah, definitely Duffless.
Definitely.
Yeah.
DERN, my main man, Vern.
But so that was great, and then I was able to go into production, and then I eventually my login job there task was as a colorist, so that was that was great. It was I still remember CMYK. It's I'm gonna screw it up now. As I said, no, 01394 is the skin of the Simpsons, the yellow series.
Wow. Well, there you go.
Watch checking
inside information.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have fans of the show that love The Simpsons, like Kelly, and I'm sure they would love that information. So, thank you, sir.
I hope I'm not in breach of contract or whatever.
I know, right?
Maybe bleep that out.
We'll bleep that out.
Who's gonna come tackle you?
Yeah.
Matt Groening comes out of the bushes.
They sign my paychecks. They know where I live.
Yeah.
Still?
Yeah.
Well, I'm guessing
have the Rolling Stones killed.
Yes. I'm guessing some of that stuff is still in production, though, right? Like in books and collections somewhere.
I heard they stopped the comics, but I think they still do the calendars, and I'd have to check.
Yes, I am.
I can text someone if you want.
That's fun. I was just wondering if some of the people who are listening to this could go check some of that stuff out if it still was available. Like go down to Barnes & Noble and check that out.
If you go to Amazon, I don't know if they're still in print. They should still be out there. They have we did the episode guides, which was great. So it's a great bathroom book or coffee table book.
Nice.
Showed my cards there. But but we worked on that, and it was, at some point I was being paid to watch cartoons. I was sitting there with a script and listening to see whoever picked their favorite sections. I was good at it. I would count Hibbert's laugh. All right, that was X-Men, and I would go through because I was like, I'm not going to let any nerd look at this and beat us. I'm going to out the nerds.
You don't want the comic book guy to come after you.
Yeah. Worst episode guide ever.
Yeah.
Actually, it was 7 laughs.
Yeah.
Exactly. God, what a dream job.
It was
for real.
It was great. And I just found out a friend of mine told me that it's coming. They're correcting the aspect ratio on Disney Plus.
Good.
This month, I think. So.
Yeah, I know that was a big issue when they launched. People were kind of up in arms over that.
Well, because you're missing 30% of the gags.
Right.
Simpsons now with 30% less gags.
There you go.
I don't know why they didn't go with that. I called them. Yeah.
Well, very nice. Trevor, what do you got from?
So, when you were growing up, were there particular influences like comics or certain things that designed or defined your art style going forward?
Yeah, it's kind of unique art style.
Yeah. I would say Carl Barks and the Duck Stories, and then eventually DuckTales. My dad would read those to me, and I'm a comic book fan, but only not. I work for a comic book company, and I'm not like the biggest comic book fan, but I loved those Carl Barks ones, and then when it went to superhero, when I got into that stuff, it was like my favorite was Lobo, because they were just the artwork and so dark and sardonic, and yeah, just dark humor. Yeah, that DuckTales, Nintendo had a big influence, I think. Like, even though we didn't see a lot of the art back then, it was just what was on screen, and that was pixel art, so it's a little different.
Sure.
But just it sparked the imagination. What else? I mean, movies. Yeah, it's. Then later on, it was Frank Kozik, who you can see there. And he was reusing a lot of Preston Blair, like the Tex Avery style artist. I don't know if he worked with Tex Avery, but Preston Blair, who put out a book that was all public domain. You could go through it and use anything you wanted.
Nice.
So he, he did. He got in trouble for. That's the Flintstones in bondage. So
yeah.
look up Frank Kozik Butthole Surfers Flintstones.
Very nice.
Awesome. Well, I've seen that you worked early on with like Tops. What type of sketches did you do for them?
Yeah, that was 2000, I think 2007 or 2008. I did the artist sketch cards, and I remember it was December of one of those years, and I just hunkered down that winter, and I did 101, I think, and it was that's right when Netflix streaming started. So someone can figure out. I think it was 2007.
Okay. Yeah,
and I was like, oh, I don't have to do discs. Oh, there's a documentary on Deep Throat. Okay, I'm in.
Right?
Like, I got something to. But I also remember it being so excited for streaming, and now I'm like, what? What
are we gonna watch? Right?
And I'm just my favorite show is, as they say, the scrolling show. Just picking.
It is. You just sit there on this because it's not organized very well. It's like, what the heck is going on? How am I getting from kid shows to this like dark twisted like documentaries on stuff? And
do you guys use any app that you can find everything? Because I have an Apple TV, and you can suggest a title and it'll find it over stuff. But it's not always
about that. No, we talked about in a podcast like that Apple should have done something better with that. Like really,
Apple tried.
Everything.
They acquired a company, and I don't know what they did. Like, there was a app, like a standalone iPad app, that found where everything is based on your interests, and they were supposed to integrate it properly, and they kind of half-baked it.
Yeah. I wonder if there's some other issues behind the scenes that stop them from being able to do that. I don't know. Strange enough.
There's too much stuff.
Something to do with Sure, I'm always when something doesn't work like that, I'm like, it's money. Someone doesn't want this one to be shown free. Apple wants you to go to the
that's what it is.
So
right.
Yeah, they wanted to make sure they'd go only to Apple. It's like, oh, why would we do this if we're sending people to Netflix? So yeah,
I got to look that up. An app actually on my Apple device.
Right.
It's called Google.
So I'm assuming at Tops it was mainly just like sports stuff that you're working on. I know they did other stuff besides that.
Oh no. Oh yeah. Sorry. It was for Star Wars Galaxy.
Okay, there you go.
4, and that I think it was 4. Yeah. I'm not sure, but anyhow, that was really cool though, because I loved those cards when they came out in '92 or '93, because there was like it was a desert. There was nothing. It was barren wasteland as far as Star Wars releases were concerned. Like, you had nothing. It was the Zahn books and the Tops cards that came out, and it was just, I remember, I think I was in the 6th or 7th grade and going, oh my god, look, it was new takes on the artwork. So then later on, I was able to do 3 base cards that are in the set, and it was so satisfying. I got my old binder out with the first 3 series of Galaxy, putting new pages in, and like getting to put my own card in there was really
sweet,
really cool. 12-year-old me would be like, "What? No way!
I can't believe the future me is doing that right now."
That's cool,
right?
Check it out, you got your own card.
Well,
oh my God.
Speaking of like nerdy stuff like that, I know that you were a collector of the Marvel cards as well.
Yeah.
Then, which that was a religion to me. Like, I would religiously go every week to my store. I tried to cross town to go to this place to get the new set.
Yeah.
And I just
they're doing new ones?
No. I'm saying when I was a kid.
Oh,
every week I would go out and try to get the new cards in the set, and I just would obsess over them. So it's kind of neat to hear that you like that stuff too.
Yeah, I still have a binder along with my Garbage Pail Kids. I think I did series 1 through 8 of those. But those Marvel cards, I still like. I still have dreams. Well, not really, but like I think I had dreams of getting the those holograms.
Yes, you never find them. I think I had one ever.
I'm gonna have a dream now though that I've said it. Now it's in the
It's
But
so wild. I was literally just thinking about my Marvel cards the other day. Like I may have had a dream or something, but a quick story about those is I had a binder. I don't know where I got the binder from, but it was filled with hologram Marvel cards.
What?
And a kid in my like 6th grade class went through my book bag and took a couple of the sheets out and said, "Hey Alex, I see that you're really interested in these Marvel cards. You want to buy these?"
Oh my
And I was like,
God.
"You're trying to sell me my own stuff." So I ended up crying in the middle of my 6th grade class because I'm like, "You stole my stuff."
So you just knew. You're like, wait, this page. He didn't. Did he reorder?
No, he didn't even reorganize them. I was like,
jerk.
I went to the teacher and I said, "I can name the first 3 rows. I could go Spider-Man, Captain Marvel, this, that, and he was like, "Oh wow, yeah, I did take them." But yeah, I don't know what. That's so weird.
Now, are you friends with him on Facebook or something? And
oh no, actually, funny thing. After I left and moved on to like cruise ships, and I was living on cruise ships for a while. I came back into town on a vacation, and I saw that he was like working at Walmart, and like he was like, "Oh hey, I remember you," and I was like, "Oh yeah, I definitely
Makes sense
remember
now.
you too."
Did you steal anything of his? Like, hey, you want to buy a baby?
Right?
What's that flat screen on the wall? That's mine, dude. You want to buy that?
I scraped my initials into the side of it, bro.
Totally mine.
Oh, no, wasn't creative enough. I was
There's still time.
going.
The night is young.
Well, he lives in Florida. I'm not going to.
Yeah, well, especially with this going on. Yeah.
No,
right?
No, that's going on.
Yeah.
Not walking into a Walmart.
How are you guys? How are you guys holding up with this whole with all this craziness?
I would say the hardest part for us is like there's not much happening in the world of pop culture right now. Everything's like in a stalemate. So like, what do you talk about? So like, it's been nice to bring people on, you know.
We're having people talk to like you.
And when people, yeah. And, well, you know, and now was one less thing for Twitter to talk about. The Snyder Cut's coming out. So
there you go. Okay, yeah.
The internet's exploding right now.
Oh yes,
they moved on. I saw someone told me they moved. Tweeted at me and said that they're moved on to the air cut already. I'm like,
yes.
You can never. The internet, the thing that can never be satisfied.
No.
Oh, absolutely not. No way.
And you know, as soon as it comes out, there you're gonna have people that you have to defend it, even if it is bad. Who knows? It's just the way it is. It's like Schrodinger's cat, you know.
I wasn't the like. I enjoyed it. It's a one-time watch. I enjoyed it for a few things, but overall, just wasn't crazy about it. But I move on. It's like okay, I didn't care for it. So I moved on. So I'm still. I'll watch this one. I will not watch the Batman versus Superman one. You fool me once. Yes. So and you'll get fooled again.
Martha.
Yeah.
But all in all, this whole pandemic thing, it's a bummer and all. I think the biggest thing for us around here is, I mean, for us guys in here, we miss going to cons and seeing each other.
Well, we see each other, our friends.
Yeah, we see each other over the internet, and that's like, okay, cool, whatever. I'm a hugger, man. Right? I want to hug my buds.
Dan, what do they have in Oakland? Because WonderCon moved down here.
I know that was like 4 years ago. They did that. They took that away from us. So not much. I mean, you have like East Compton Con. We have not much up here anymore. Unfortunately, you have Sacramento. You can go up there for stuff.
With the unfortunately titled SacCon.
Yeah, that's what.
No one ran this by anyone who has a 5th grade sense of humor. Come on.
That's California Sac, all right, up there. It's hot as balls and awful. Sorry, Sacramento, but and not only that, but they don't do Image Expo anymore either, and that used to be up here. So yeah, it's a bummer. It's a bummer too because like he said, like we usually have big group gatherings. Like you go to Comic-Con, you're not just there to see the celebrities and the stars and stuff. As you see your friends, you're there to commiserate with other fellow geeks and talk stuff and argue over films.
At the same time, though, part of me is okay with missing San Diego only because I.
Sorry.
Blasphemy! Get off of our show, sir.
Who is he?
But no, only because I when I worked for Bongo, I went from 2002 until 2013, skipped 1 year, went over to England. They were shooting some little space movie, some space flick. And then, so I missed that one. And Ben was like, we released LavaBear that year, 2014.
Oh, geez.
And I was like, Ben, I'm gonna have to go to England for this. And he's like, oh, but I'm like, listen, Ben, stop. Episode 7 or Comic-Con. And I said, go for yourself, San Diego.
Pretty much.
Oh, come on.
You do the same thing and you know it.
I would.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
It was 1 year off, and then I've been every year since. And so it's like, I used to go as a little kid too. So like, having a year off is like,
sure.
It's okay. It'll be back next year, hopefully.
Well, let's hope
God,
so.
I hope so, man.
Well, I think one thing to know too is like it's I don't know, it's like it feels different when you're not there, because I feel like there's a certain feeling you get like almost nowhere else when you have that many people that you know and love and care about.
Sure, yeah.
Whether they know them too well or not, even like it could be anybody. Like I know it was like, well, I think 3 years ago when John Schnepp passed away, it was really sad, but like you had everyone there. Like it was almost kismet that we all were there to actually. Like you wouldn't have that now. Like everyone would be separated and off on their own. It would be kind of, tough to deal with things like that. Yeah, I think so.
Now we're at COVID Con.
Yeah,
have quite the same.
Not the same ring, not the same flair.
I'm gonna start a grammatical convention and call it Comic-Con, where we just shame people for not using commas correctly. Yeah.
This guy.
Yeah, I gotta go. Sorry about that.
That's in Oxford.
So to jump back on track and get back to some of these questions, who came up with the initial idea for Two Dumb Dinos comic strip with Eric Filipowski?
Yeah. I don't know. I came up with the idea of doing this strip to have, the idea behind it was I thought when they added the swiping, because that wasn't always there on Instagram, where they added
that was recent. That was recent. Yeah.
So I thought, oh well, this would be a great way to do a comic strip, because it's the only time you're gonna have a comic strip unless you had one print on each page where you're not going to be able to see what the next panel is.
Right.
Even if you're in your peripheral, you see, like with the biggest working for The Simpsons, the biggest influence on it was Life in Hell. And the grid, we do that, even down to it being black and white.
It does have that
Far and Jeff. Just
right.
You see them. You can see them behind me there.
Yeah.
This is my little corner office here. These are by Flat Bonnie, and we had these at DesignerCon this year. But these are cool.
They are cool.
Yeah, I mean, she's amazing. Check her out, flatbonnie.com.
Nice.
Eric, I had the Dingus puppet. Eric had the Scumbag puppet. With the quarantine now, we can't shoot anything together. So now his wife is, inside secret, his wife is Dingus now.
Huh.
So,
wow.
There you go. We got it.
And I'm not insulting her. She's the character.
Right, you're not calling her a dingus. I get
you. You are Dingus now.
You are Dingus. That's awesome.
So was there any reason was the Instagram really, rather than doing print or anything like that? Because you could have made this into
something.
The night is young.
Yeah,
we still can.
So loved it.
I love this optimism out of you, man. You're a great guest.
It's 5:30. You guys want to bet on whether we get a publishing deal by 9 o'clock? No, it was a way to be able to produce it ourselves, and it's really important, because I think a lot of shows nowadays are user create. I mean, they're self-produced and they do it. It's like I was talking with Dan Milano, who did Greg the Bunny, and he started that off he just made it, and then he got a show on Fox, and that's the way to do it. You don't wait around for other people to give you the green light, because they're going to want to, of course, if someone is willing to give you a check to do your show, yeah, but I mean, but waiting around and showing them, showing them concepts and stuff, or even with the publisher, showing them, try to pitch it. Well, also, we didn't have any strip, so we needed to build up. Now we have 113 or something. So now, yeah. All right, I'll give you a credit. I'll dedicate it to you, Alex, if we get a book.
Look at him. He's like, oh, super clip.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alex, for your DeLorean. Don't check your garage. Yeah.
Wait, what?
I'll wait for that royalty check. And hey,
You're
man,
a friend from grade school.
Would you like to buy this DeLorean I just found?
Yes.
Check the trunk. There's a Marvel hologram cards in there.
Yes, exactly. Noted.
You stole my stuff. Yeah.
I'm really that bully from high school.
It's you the whole time. If it weren't for you kids.
It's the long con.
Yes, it is.
That's another convention.
That's another convention. Yes, that's the Lost
Long
convention.
Beach. Long Beach. Come on, do Long Con.
Long Beach, long gone.
Oh, that's good stuff, man.
Oh, that's good stuff. Woo, it's getting warm. Anyways, I figured we ought to it'd be a good time to kind of talk about all these different creations that you have come up with so far. Do you want to kind of just tell people a bit about like all the different characters over the years? I know you've worked on Weasel Town, but you also have LavaBear, Octopup, which I'm wearing the pin of right now, etc.
Yeah, let's see. Weasel Town, we did. All of those are online, by the way. There's a section in my gallery, nathanhamill.com. See, now I'm saying my name.
Yeah.
At the beginning, I was just like a deer in the headlights. Oh, I talk.
I talk good now.
Yeah, me good at improv. No, but I mean, yes, and.
I mean, also hitherto.
Yeah, but no, check out Weasel Town because that was the first thing I worked on with Eric, and now we're stuck together. But that was 2012, and it was cool. It was YouTube's first paid content, so it was we released it through Smosh.
I remember. Yeah.
Those two
Okay.
guys.
Yeah.
And we did 10 3-minute episodes, and those are all up there. And it was a crash course in how to produce an animated show. It was 4 of us doing it, and we had like 6 months to do, and it was like Eric wrote it, we co-created it, he wrote it, I designed it, had a friend do music, I played guitar in it. We had an animator on the East Coast and a producer of the whole thing. That was the whole team.
Wow.
And then we're like, oh, it's going to be on YouTube, and we get to play around with the dog and a cat. By the way, it's called Weasel Town because they weasel out of things, not because they are weasels. There was a little confusion there, but we thought it was fun.
I like to play on words. This is my thing, so I'm okay with that.
That is
Yes, you do like
As
the puns.
you know, sorry.
quite punny.
A little much. It's a little much. What can I say? It's my shtick, and I'm sticking to it.
There you go. I was waiting. If you hadn't, I might have.
Thank you.
There you go.
Well, cool. Well, yeah. But what else have you done? What are kind of your figures so you can talk about these designs?
Oh yeah, no, good timing. I still have them over here from when I did Dorina's show recently.
Oh, that's right. That was a good episode. Yeah.
The Dorina Ariano's the Bad Bruja Deadstream. Wait, I'm not supposed to advertise.
That's fine. No, she's a good person. It's a great show.
No, she's a terrible.
No, I mean terrible.
Yeah, don't believe the hype. Yeah, so I did Boris first, which is he's a little purple raccoon. I did that in 2009, and that was just once again kind of just trial by fire, and figuring out as we went along. Then I started working with 3D Retro, who runs Designer Con, Ben Gretzky, and I've done most of my work with him. I went and did resin in between one of our releases. I've done metal. Plush with Flat Bonnie, and then I started working with Science Patrols and just trying different stuff. So
you like to stay busy, man.
Yeah. And especially now it's keeping us all sane. My to-do list keeps on almost doubling every week. So that's either that means I'm slow or at least I've got some ideas going.
Well, it's definitely good to stay busy now, man. I mean, there's nothing else to do.
Yeah, but you're not making this stuff in your own place, right? You're
no. Even
okay.
like the it's Chinese factories or the Sifubis made in Japan, and then little workshops. That's like a much smaller operation there.
right.
And then the resin I have it done in the valley or downtown, and so yeah, I think a lot of it is just the environmental laws are, they're lax there. So
Like,
I've said too much.
Yeah.
Bleep that out. Yeah. I'm not part of the problem. No. But no. I think, no, actually with to be honest, with the I think it's more of the Sofubi stuff, because you're making smaller. Like it's just, I don't know why that hasn't popped up somewhere in America, because it's not like it's, it's not super toxic. I just think that there's more regulations here.
There probably is. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah. Good. Well, good. You're being safe and not doing it in your own house. So
yeah. I mean, I lick them when I get them, but
of course we got to know what they taste like.
Kids, don't lick my toys.
No, don't. You can smell them.
Maybe we'll bleep that out.
Yeah, right. Technical difficulties. Can you put that in there?
Stand by. Please stand by. We'll be right back. Yeah, what was it, 2 weeks ago?
Let me find the model sheet from The Simpsons for that. Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Right.
It was the guy with the guy, the camera operator with the
yes,
bottle of booze. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Good throwback there. Very nice. Anyway, so those are some great designs. I know that I have quite a few of them. Probably my favorite, I think, just because it's more personal to me, was the Burger Cat, because it had the octopus, which was rare inside. And I
forgot. Did you get one?
I did get one.
You did get one. We did. Yeah. I think I did 4 or 5. So
yeah. So it was pretty cool to get that. It was kind of neat.
That was an accident. I mean, I do play with my toys, so I opened it up. It's a very satisfying sound when you pop it open.
Right.
And I put it in there, and it was perfect. There was no rattle. It would fit in perfectly. And I'm like,
gotcha.
It's just happy accidents. I mean, I thought of all of this. Yeah.
Sure. You're like that. But it's kind of neat. That way someone can't like pick through the box and like shake it and figure out which one has what. Yeah. So that's kind of neat. Okay.
It's nice to hear that you play with your toys still. I mean, you're just a grown kid, as we all are.
Yeah. Well, my thing is, and I keep some in the box just because the boxes, they look good, like the all the NECA Ninja Turtle stuff.
NECA.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I got all mine sitting right in front of my computer. I love them.
Oh, nice. I've run out of room on the turtle shelf, but those boxes are great for. So I would open up. That's the point. I'm never. I don't intend to sell stuff. I'm not buying it for the value to raise to sell it later. I'm not like an investor.
Right.
I mean, there's something that if I saw something that could be, I knew was going to be valuable, maybe I would grab it. But then I kind of like the fact that it is valuable. Like when the Django Unchained NECA 12-inch figures came out, there was people that were unhappy with them. They were protesting, that they would make slave dolls, right? And I went, wow. Oh, this is going to be worth something. And I ran because I knew, and they discontinued them. I was at Bongo. I was on a break. I wasn't working when I was on the internet. Guys, cut that out. But I saw that I went to Entertainment Earth or something and grabbed them. They had all but one. Got them for like $40. That night they were a set, and I didn't get Broomhilda, but a set was going for like $2,000.
Jeez.
So I could have turned that around. But here's the thing: I liked the movie, and I liked it there. And they've come. This is the nature of collecting. I know you could sell them off fast, make a quick buck. And then they slowly came down. I'd be curious to see what they are now. Probably get a couple $100. It's good. They'll be at least double what I bought them for, probably forever. Or
for sure.
Hopefully they'll go.
The initial hype is always strong with stuff like that too. You know.
Yeah.
It's hard to play the long game with some of that stuff, but right away. Yes, it's good to know. I mean, I've always tried to hawk your stuff after Comic-Con right away, but
right.
I don't usually
never
get
goes.
Too much after
you were trying to sell it back to me, and I'm like,
look, the Octopup is inside this one. It says, man, it's worth a lot.
See how long we can call back to this one.
Well, speaking of toys and action figures, is there an action figure of you?
No, that's the goal. I mean, that's on the bucket list. And here's the key. Well, yes and no, because there is one that someone made. He did custom figures. He did one of the Crate Luke, the Just for Men Luke, and he. Has anyone done? I'm sure someone's done a meme where it's him winking at C-3PO, and it has the Just for Men music. If not, someone there do that.
Nice.
But
writing it down now. Yes.
Yeah. there's people out there with that are better editing video than I am. So take that. Yeah. So this guy, Nate Productions, did what he was going to send me one of my dad, and he surprised me with a custom one of myself, my sister, and my brother.
Oh, very nice.
From The Last Jedi, and so that's the one figure I have of myself. But my goal, I want to do a background. You have a better chance of getting an action figure, not one of the main. If you're not one of the leads, you have to have you be an alien or have a cool helmet. So that's the trick.
Right. Yeah.
Who's gonna want a resistant soldier number 486?
No.
Except me.
Yeah, of course. The ultra nerds, they have to have the complete set or something.
Yeah.
Or
Maybe for the 40th anniversary of The Last Jedi, I'll get my wish. Yeah.
Maybe. Okay.
Well, at least you know that your art is on toys. The Funko Pop of Mark Hamill has your art on his shirt, which is fantastic.
Which I kind of nerded out about because I'm like, I know that guy. I'm like, know his artwork. This is a fantastic.
that was cool because there you go.
Yeah.
And it's the same design Dan's got there.
Yeah.
That's the modified of the original one, which was actually done on a napkin. Like the original sketch was on a napkin.
Goodness.
Scanned it in, played around with it. That what's cool about that is Ben Goreski from 3D Retro and Ben Stevens from Official Picks brokered this deal or set this whole thing up and kind of just surprised me with it.
That's awesome.
Like, hey, we're gonna do this. Would you want the shirt? And I'm like, if you're gonna ask me if I want a toy, listen, Ray. If someone asks you if you want a toy, you say yes.
Always.
So
we're toying around here. Come on.
Yeah.
Oh, Prague.
I would say that to him every day until he gets mad at me and punches me in the face. What do you think we're doing, huh? Toying around?
So no, that's fantastic, though. We were actually at the Fun Days where they announced that figure.
And that was the Saturday? No, the Friday night. Yeah, Friday night. Yeah.
2019 Fun Days. It's bonkers.
I didn't know. I mean, I knew that they were popular, but I didn't know that there was such a fervent, such a fandom there. And I didn't know half the things were going on with people, the characters coming. It felt like I was in a wrestling match. I'm like, I don't know. Is that the guy that I don't know what's going on here?
Is that the face or is that the heel? Who's gonna win this one? What's going on?
Yeah, that's the great way of.
But I mean, I kind of just sat back and let the thing wash over me. It was definitely it was a good year last year.
Were you at a table 19?
I don't remember.
No.
I sat down. Who did I forget? I think I sat down with Frosty of Collider.
Oh, he was way back in the back. Yeah,
I ran into him. I think we had it. I had a table with my family, but I got sick of those jerks. So
it makes sense.
Yeah, dude.
I wanted
after how many years of hanging out with them? Give me a break already.
This quarantine's a blessing in disguise.
It's like, oh, thank goodness. Sorry, I can't come over for so-and-so's birthday. Shoot.
No, that's that's the thing. I've unknowingly been preparing for this because when you could go places and things were open, when I'd leave the house, I go, it's been 3 days and I didn't go I didn't think to go anywhere, take, I don't walk outside. I actually walk when I'm on the phone with someone. I pace. I just pace in circles. So I'm getting some walks in. Yeah,
nice.
some steps. I just got to talk on the phone for a long time. So
can't do much Pokemon Go from your house, man.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. Are people still playing that? I don't know.
Yeah. No. I have my Animal Crossing. So
yeah, but it's all Animal Crossing, bro.
Oh God.
Come on.
I have to see another Animal Crossing post.
That's it.
Get on the board. Get on board, sir. Because guess who just purchased a Switch?
You didn't get a Switch.
Nice. Which one did you get?
I don't know. It's whatever the bundle was. I jumped on it right away because I saw it was in stock, and they haven't.
You got the standard.
The standard one, yeah. It came with a controller and.
Oh, nice.
I don't know, something else.
You know what? I'll just keep continuing playing my Wii, playing Wii bowling, and getting exercise while you nerds are all on your Animal Crossing.
Bowling, tennis is where it's at. When you get right up on the net, and it's just like.
Yes.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I love that game. So yeah, I might be jumping in and making my own weird crap on there. Because I'm gonna do some weird stuff on there, man. I mean, I might be banned by Nintendo. We'll see. With some of the stuff I might do, we'll see.
I believe it.
I've only pissed them off once, and not pissed off.
Have you really?
They sent me. It was on the Wii U. You have your bio.
Right.
I think it was in the section where you could sketch and post stuff. And my profile I put my website on there, and they don't want you to put your personal information. It's not like I did anything wrong, but they were very polite, and they said, please don't do that. So I said, what was it, to say who I was or to go to the website? I said it was a what was it, like a thing that produces a thing that is powered by wind and smells like ham, a ham mill. Produces energy.
Get that from Prague, because that sounds like a Prague thing.
Yeah. So I found a workaround and embarrassed myself in one at the same time.
We'll do it, but it must be fun to create your own artwork within that world of Animal Crossing too.
Yeah, I had
other people get to wear stuff, I
had no idea that that you could do that. I've never played Animal Crossing before, and the timing is really kind of crazy that it came out like 5 days after it was like the official to stay at home orders. I don't think I definitely wouldn't be playing it as much if I could go see people. But
actually gardening outside.
I just want to sit down and order a burger and a beer. You know what I mean? And I want to people watch. Now it's just YouTube.
Yeah, what are you doing? What are you watching anymore, right?
Yeah.
Oh, and even YouTube is that's even getting tough.
I'm gonna go out to a restaurant and be like, why isn't everyone like stuttering and editing weird?
Yes.
Why aren't you buffering?
Yeah. Buffer harder.
Why aren't you telling me explaining endings of movies?
Oh, right. I need to know why that happened.
Me. Why can't I skip you?
Yeah. Why when you complain about something I don't hear it? Ding.
Ding. Yes.
Wow, we've beat that dead horse.
We did.
Let's continue on.
We can keep going. No, I was gonna say we can keep going with that if you like. No, good there.
I don't have those chops.
No, well, wait. Just I'll get my Nintendo and I'll get my Animal Crossing just when everything opens up again and everyone's like,
and just everyone's done with Animal Crossing.
Yeah, like
it's on the meme stage now. People are making like music videos of the characters. I mean,
I know
it's almost run its full cycle.
Like, oh no, stop! Hold on a little longer.
Yeah, yes and no, but they keep on. They're rolling out events, and this is really interesting that they obviously plan this stuff because Nintendo. Apparently what's happening is that they didn't do their direct for E3 because they don't know when and if things are going to be able to be finished. They announced the Paper Mario game. Here it is in 2 months. So it's kind of interesting how all these companies are going to operate because someone from Sony said the problem is going to be not this holiday because those games we can push through and finish. It's early 2021 though. It's just going to be a huge lack of games there. So
for sure.
Yeah.
Well, in E3, I'm surprised that's even still around anymore.
Yeah. That's one that's like casual Comic-Con for me because I'm not in the industry, but I have friends who work on games. And so it's kind of like last minute, hey, you guys have a pass? And it would be go down there. I check out the Nintendo booth, try to get some freebies, go around. I played it for a second. Give me a pin. Give me stamp my board. and then just go out and hang out with people after. So it's that the community. And that's if Comic-Con's a 10, that's like a 3 in intensity. I don't know if you guys have gone to it. Yeah.
We actually went last year. Well, me and Trevor went last year, which was fun. It was cool, but I mean, like you said, it's Comic-Con light.
Yeah, it's getting more intense because they're letting regular people in. Like it used to just be a trade show, and now they're like, we can charge people $1,000 to go.
Yeah, now civilians are allowed in, and not those elite nerds from Sony and Microsoft. But I think I missed last year. And I always base it on what the Nintendo theme is, what their booth looks like. It was Link's Awakening.
Yes.
And they had these amazing dioramas. I wish I'd been able to see that. But the year before I went when it was Mario Odyssey. And now let's go back through all the Nintendo booths.
Yes, let's do it.
Love Nintendo.
I have my history of Nintendo book right over here somewhere.
Oh, very nice.
Oh, by the way, this is, this will be, when you play it, this will be in the past, but for the live show, I found some sketchbooks and stuff, some older ones, so we can show those off. So,
Oh, very nice.
All
That'll be
right.
fun
Artist
to show
Alley,
fans.
here we come.
so if you're watching this, watch the other one.
Right.
It will be recorded even if you don't watch it live.
Right,
Yeah,
so you can
yeah.
watch it anytime you want.
No, we're going to edit those parts out.
Right.
Convenient.
That's right. I forgot. We will.
We're
That's
coming
funny.
to you from the... Yeah.
Well, speaking of all these cons and stuff, do you have any plans for like a viral SDCC exclusive
Viral.
or anything like
Viral,
that?
you mean like a virtual?
I like
Virtual,
the
virtual.
virtual.
It's a V word.
Viral. God, why did I say viral? Ugh.
It's on the
Um,
brain.
Virtual, yeah. Well, there's something for actually a little bit earlier than that in July that we're planning. For Comic-Con, it's going to be we could possibly do a Drorg
Nice.
or Drorgs. I've been talking to Corey from Science Patrols over in Tokyo, or just outside Tokyo, and but as far as like a new thing, nothing's happening this year.
Right.
It's like there was a another vinyl that we were hoping to get out for Designer Con, and it's like, well, we're looking at we'll look at 2021. So
Right.
Yeah.
And
Do
for
you
those
have a
that-
favorite con that you like to go? It sounds like you've mentioned a Designer Con a couple times now. Would you consider that your favorite?
I like them all. Yeah, I mean that one definitely has the most. It's my niche. Yeah, that's probably. I've been going to that one for like this would have been my 11th year. I missed a couple actually, but anyway, yeah, that one is the subsection of toys and art and all that stuff. Which at Comic-Con they keep on pushing us. They keep on pushing the toys into the corner like a redheaded
smaller and smaller,
stepchild.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. And it's like, sorry, we have to move. Speaking of redheaded stepchildren, we're moving out for Conan O'Brien. So like we'll go down this way.
Right.
So Designer Con has a lot more of that stuff. I really enjoyed the Singapore Toy Comics and Games Convention.
Nice.
I got to go once in 2013, and that was a crazy experience because that was the longest flight. I think it was 25 hours of travel to get
good
there.
Lord.
So we went into China, and I had an hour. I got there at 6 a.m.
Had some bat soup, then you went on.
Yeah.
No, not bat soup. Sorry.
Yeah, so that was a crazy one. He was flying to China and then to Singapore. I didn't know who I was when I got there. You're so discombobulated. I mean, I guess it's like going to Australia or New Zealand. Like, it's crazy. But that one was it was amazing to be. It's a beautiful country. And the first thing I thought of was, I don't want to get caned. I don't know if you guys.
Right.
You're old, Dan. You
yes,
remember.
I know about the issue with the caning. Yes,
but that's also they said there are major there's huge littering fines there, so everything's really pristine. But he wasn't caned over littering; he was vandalizing and stealing cars. He was
It was bigger. Than
Okay.
I mean, he look. Don't be an ugly American when you travel overseas. It's the rule of thumb.
Period, right? Yeah.
Don't be.
Just don't be
hard.
American overseas.
Yeah.
Just pretend to be European or something else.
Just say sorry and they'll think you're Canadian. So, but that was an amazing one. I got to go over there with Luke Chu and Angry Woes and all these people, and it was really interesting to see what the people at that convention liked over Designer Con, like people that I had my own booth. I did a signing, and I remember taking my time on it, and the guy who was assisting me was kind of hurry up, there's like an order to things, and I was kind of like, no, I want to give everyone. I'll stay there until everything's signed, right? And that's they had an in and out. But I realized
they have an in and out over there. That's awesome.
Yeah, an in and out.
That's fantastic.
Oh, great. Maybe I'll visit then. All right.
Oh man. Now, I got to go to. Now I have to go to.
Okay.
Now. I've got one pretty close, but yeah. So, but what was really cool about that is I found out that if you take one of the toys and you customize it, and I'm just talking about taking, you take a paintbrush and you don't splatter it. You don't Jackson Pollock it. You take the paint and you blow on the end and it sprays onto it. So I was doing the Strife and Sires and I put them out. I was doing it on the convention floor.
Wow.
And people started, like, I sold a ton because they had that stamp. And I then went back to the hotel and I covered the bathroom floor and I'm just, there's paint. I put newspaper down, but I'm just.
The maid comes in, there's like red paint splattered everywhere. Oh,
everyone's down having cocktails and I'm like, but
I gotta paint my toys, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. The maid coming in being like, "I look like a horror scene in here." Yeah.
Yeah, we have friends that go to that con and they love it. You know, they swear by it.
Yeah.
One of the designers at Funko goes there all the time too for his own stuff. And yeah, he's like, that's his favorite place because that's where kind of the more niche stuff is. It's where the people want the variants of things and the more outlandish designs.
Yeah, I mean, it's really like there's some years that are slower convention wise for me than others, but I'm sad there was a couple in the UK that were potentially going to happen at the end of the year, and those look like I'm not going to be able to go. But I've never been to Scotland, so that would.
Scotland's great.
I can practice my fat bastard accent. So.
Right.
Impression. Yeah.
Yeah, I recommend going.
Or Shrek. Either one.
Yeah. Either one. They're all the same.
I was actually thinking of the father and So You Married an Axe Murderer, but actually I need to see that.
Pants now.
No.
Sorry,
I think of that all the time. I yell at my dogs like that sometimes.
Dog pants.
Move. No. Anyways, bad accents. Hey, let's do them.
Let's do a bad accents episode. We'll have you on next time. We'll just do bad accents for an hour.
We can do them if you'll bleep them out later on and fix it in post if it's bad.
That'd be the whole thing. That'd be the stick.
Tone.
Or no, I can do voiceover and fix it. We can do ADR. Yeah. Yeah. And I'll pull audio of Mike Myers and we'll just put it in there. Make look, see.
Wow, he is talented. Yeah. Sounds just like the guy.
That's right.
Well, that brings me up to a point. Why not do voiceover? It seems like that would be such a fun gig.
Well, I tried my hand of that in Weaseltown episode 10. I play dock worker number 2.
Nice.
So I mean, it was a
you
pretty
really
big...
like to be the front man, don't you?
Yeah, it was kind of a like, hey, what does it say? Does it say Quablo on it? It was like a real, like.
Nice. I like that.
Kind of East Coast guy, and no, I mean it was instant fame. All it all went to my head, no, I think it's like acting. I was never interested in acting. You do have the kind of you can sit. I've done stuff for our projects, voiceover here and there. I think I also did the Weaseltown recorded in front of a live studio audience or animated in front of or something like that. But what's great about doing that is that, like, you can do it on your phone now. Oh look,
yeah,
right.
Hey,
Dumb Dinos.
For those not watching,
yeah. You can do as many takes as you want though, because I literally am doing it right here and then going, all right, time to punch out and just like, and then just email it to someone. Like, so it would, I'm not opposed to that aspect, but it's still acting. It's tough when you think, oh, it's going to be easy. When you sit down and then you have to say the line, you're like, you kind of have to just, if you overthink it, then it sounds really stilted. You have to kind of go with it.
Right.
But, I
had that one acting class in college and it was I was like, oh, this is gonna be great. It's gonna be my easy A, I'll get it done with. Oh my God, that was like one of the worst classes I've ever taken in my life. I was like, never mind, I'm gonna go back to writing. I don't want to do this acting stuff. You guys do that. Yeah. So
it's funny because you were you were brought up with acting being around you.
You just thought this is too much
and it just
work.
Wasn't something that you got interested in at all.
No, because I think there's a distinction. I like to entertain my friends, and I like to make people laugh and tell stories and just it's just have fun, have fun with it. So I think there's a distinction between wanting to entertain and create versus I'm going to get up on the stage and I'm going to be a performer. You know what I mean? It's more like talking to you guys and having a laugh,
Hum
or going or hanging out with friends, and then entertaining. Or like now what we're doing is, I was on a Zoom with 6 of my friends yesterday, and it was just us just busting balls and ribbing and having fun. And it's I guess I'd like to write stuff and do it a little more behind the scenes, I guess.
Good call.
My long-winded answer.
No, that's kind of similar to what I did. Because I did acting for a little while, and I was just like done with it, and it makes sense. I'd rather make people laugh, my friends laugh, and have a good time, and it feels different when you're performing on a stage.
I do like to, it would be fun to do, because then you get to say acting.
Oh,
Brilliant!
Oh my God! And I just bought a boat.
Right. Nailed it.
Can you edit? Can you put John Lovitz in there? Thanks.
Yes.
Oh my God!
Yes. Mark it. What time are we at?
For the older audience, who is John?
For people like me who know who that is.
Oh, it's the Eat Fresh, the Subway guy, the good Subway guy.
Oh yeah, not the other guy. We don't talk about that guy.
So,
anyways, on that note, we should probably wrap things up, because we know we're going to be bringing you on a little bit later to do some Q&A live, and we want to make sure that you're fresh and happy for that, and not hating us by then.
So I think that's everything for episode 66. Where can people find you on all kinds of platforms?
At Nathan Hamill at Twitter, Instagram. I have a Facebook page. I don't know what the URL is, like an art page. And then, nathanhamill.com on the internet. All on the internet.
The wwws?
Yes.
The World Wide Web.
So, there. And two Dumb Dinos at the number 2 Dumb Dinos. Don't write out the number 2 Dumb Dinos.
So not THENUMBR. Okay, I'll cross that.
That's a hashtag, okay?
So then those are on Twitter and Instagram, and maybe I've secured a Twitch and a
nice.
What's the other one? TikTok.
Okay.
So maybe we'll get some dance videos.
Time to get creative.
Oh, and there's a Cameo. Those are fun. It's only $10, folks. You get your own message from Scumbag, your hero. So I'm telling you. But those are fun, because I mean, it's $10. You can send it to someone, and I just enjoy seeing it, what Eric comes up with. He puts you get your $10 worth. He's always like, okay, I got to do this and put this music in, and then we'll get a strike from on YouTube.
No, he's great.
Yeah, everybody, please follow Nathan Hamill everywhere, and make sure to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, all at Secondary Heroes. And if you haven't already, please rate and review our podcast over on iTunes, because it's free for you and it's priceless to us. Yeah, that's
excellent. To everyone listening, we hope you enjoyed, and we'll talk to you next time.
One last thing. Do we have time before the next show? Do we have time to go to In-N-Out?
Yeah. Let's go hop in Alice's DeLorean, and we'll get it.
I think I pulled something.
Well, bye.
All right, that's it. See you guys.
Bye, guys.
Excellent.